Hey guys, it's Christina from Absolute Training. Today we're going to be running through our top 5 thoracic spine mobility exercises. For some of you guys, you may have a tight upper spine from sitting at a desk all day, or you may just lack the mobility in general. So all you need is a foam roller and yourself, and then we're going to get started. So the first exercise we have is called the cat-cow. This is a full spine opener, as well as opening up the thoracic area. You guys may have done this one before. We've done it in class. You may have seen it in a yoga class. It starts on all fours, so hands and knees or quadruped position. You start with the nice neutral spine here, and first you go into the cat. You want to think about moving every spinal section piece by piece, so you start with the pelvis, then rounding lumbar, then your thoracic, and then cervical, and now you come down again piece by piece. So you start to straighten out the pelvis, then thoracic, then cervical all the way up here, and now you go into cow, so you start arching, nice and slow, just as Andrew's doing, and then again, back into the cat, that arch position, spine by spine segment. It's like that, perfect. You can tuck the head. And in the cat position, you should feel that core turn on and really squeeze to get that full, nice flex position. And now when you come back down into the cow, you want to think about also squeezing your spinal erectors, as well as tucking the head back. And then you probably want to do about 20 of these just to open everything up. All right, you guys, so exercise 2 we have today is a T-spine rotation opener. And just like cat-cow, this is also gonna be starting in quadruped. So Andrew's gonna be on all fours. The starting position for this movement is that hand on the back of the head, like so. You wanna push your elbow through the window that's created with your arms and legs. So Andrew's gonna push through. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn and rotate up towards the sky, bringing that elbow back as far as you can. Also really important to look where you're going as well, versus keeping your head in a neutral position and not looking anywhere. That's gonna limit your rotation upwards. So Andrew's just gonna go and do one at normal speed. He comes all the way through the window and he rotates all the way up. And also another important thing to note is that he's pressing through the floor when he starts to rotate up with that left hand to get the full range of motion. So just one more. Good. And that is our T-spine rotation.
So I know you guys probably thought that you were gonna get away from me for this video, but not today, all right? We're gonna be going over a little bit more of an advanced version of essentially another T-spine rotation exercise. Today though, you're gonna need a foam roller. So what you're gonna do, we're gonna get into our quadruped position. Remember, quadruped stands for all fours. Hands, knees, feet. You're going to take this foam roller and you're going to lay it right by your side. What Christina's gonna do here, we have 2 different versions I'm gonna show you today. First version is this hand and elbow are gonna stay stacked directly below the shoulder. She's gonna take her left side here though and run it onto that foam roller. I do want you to walk this out just a little bit in front. And what we're gonna do here is just like we did with the T-spine rotation where we drove our elbow underneath, we're going to drive our arm underneath, and she's gonna create a tremendous amount of internal rotation here of this shoulder, actually even in this hip, and she's gonna rotate back out to where she was in the beginning, reaching back under again. Now I'm not gonna get into the crazy stretching of the musculature of the upper back here and go into the really dive into the anatomy. We'll save that for another day, but essentially you should feel a tremendous amount of movement and stretching of the tissue that basically composes your upper back. All right, so maybe we do 10, maybe we do 20, you're feeling loose, we're ready to move on and do something a little bit more advanced. What I'm gonna have Christina do here is she's gonna extend that right arm and reach it out right out in front of her so that basically her ear is essentially even with her shoulder and with her bicep. We're gonna take our left arm once again, put it on that roller, and we're going to drive our body around and drive underneath. I really love this stretch. Okay, something I do almost every day before I lift. 1, it hits my lats. My lats are notoriously tight. 2, it creates rotation across my spine. And 3, it's easy, effective, and I can implement it basically anywhere I am and in a quick fashion. All you need for this stretch is a foam roller. Once again, we're looking to achieve as much health across our T-spine as possible, and oftentimes people neglect their lats. Okay, having lats that are tight, they're uncomfortable, the tissue isn't healthy, they're not moving properly, is going to clog up the rest of your upper body. So don't forget to stretch them out. And this is something that's really easy and honestly hard to screw up at home. All you're gonna do is go down to your knees here. You're gonna take this foam roller, you're gonna push it out in front of you so that it's underneath your wrists. And what I want you to do is to simply drive out in front of you and to bring your chest as low and as close to the floor as possible. All you're gonna do from there is you're gonna come right back on up and you're gonna extend right back out. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more of a stretch or you don't quite feel this, what you can do is two things. One, you can always raise this up on an elevated platform. All right, maybe you take a lifting platform and you do this in front of a lifting platform, creating a little bit more space for your body to move. The other thing you can do is Christine's gonna go back out, and when she gets to the bottom of that position there, she's fully extended, I'm going to have her press down into that roller as hard as she can, basically simulating a little bit of PNF stretching, and then relax and go a little bit deeper into that stretch. I guarantee you, you're gonna feel this release, lengthen, and make those lats overall feel a whole lot healthier.
So the last exercise we have today is thoracic extension on the foam roller. This one's as simple as laying down, as Andrew's gonna show you. First, you're gonna start with your arms crisscrossed. You want the foam roller to start more up top in the cervical area because some people may not have the proper mobility to start lower in the thoracic. So you can start right there and then work your way up over time. The next progression after this would be hands behind the head. Nice, just like that. And again, you'd be working that foam roller lower down your back, but not too far into the lumbar area because we're trying to focus on the thoracic. And the final progression would be hands above the head, trying to reach that ground. Again, you want to do this for 30 seconds, 3 sets every day, and that's our thoracic extension.